Hi there guys, Tom Quayle here for Sound Effects Premiere in Ormskirk. Today I wanted to have a look at the Boss DD-500 delay pedal. Fantastic unit. Now for this particular demo I'm going to be running through my Fibonacci Roadmaster custom tele style guitar into the DD-500 and then running into a Laney Lionheart L20 2x12 combo. And then that's mic'd up and running into Logic. So without further ado, let's have a look at the pedal and we'll check out some of the features and sounds that are available. So here it is guys, the DD-500. This basically is a very fully featured delay unit with 12 different delay types, very easy to edit sounds. And the really amazing thing about it is it runs at 32-bit 96 kilohertz. Which is amazing. Now, just to really reiterate the sound quality, you can do buffered bypass or true bypass. Now I'm running in buffered bypass mode here. If I turn the pedal off, here's my clean tone. On the neck pickup of my guitar, we get this. Turn the pedal on, we got this hi-fi delay. Check out the quality of these delay sounds. Super pristine repeats, really nice. Very nice indeed. So the sound quality is amazing straight out the bat. You can just take that for granted. The sound quality is as good as it gets delay wise basically. Now there's loads of presets on here. Now for this particular video I'm just going to go through some of the presets and go through the basic sound editing. Now before we do that, let's have a look at the actual front of the unit and what we've got. Here's our mode dial with the 12 different delays. We've got standard, terror echo, slow attack, filter, shimmer, SFX, reverse, pattern, dual, vintage digital for the old school digital delays, tape, analog, and then back to standard again. We've got this really nice high resolution display which basically gives us tons and tons of functionality throughout the menu system, making this a really easy to edit pedal, but masses of power. Time and value, okay, this changes our delay time as you can see. Feedback, effects level, tone, modulation depth, and then our controls for doing editing. We've got 2 presets per bank. We can have 3 presets. This control can be assigned to so many different functions, it's insane. But the way I've got it set up, we've got 2 presets in 99 banks. So that's a lot of presets. We could have nearly 300 presets if we assigned all 3 of these switches to be preset switches. And then to go up and down banks, I basically press these 2 buttons together to go up, like that, these 2 buttons to go down. Our LEDs will flash. I'm in bank 2 now. If I want A or B, let's say B, I just select it and it's an immediate switch. And because we've got buffered bypass, the delay trails will go on between each of the different presets. So let's go back down to bank 1, preset A, and I'm just going to show you a couple of the presets. We're just going to move through because they kind of highlight some of the different delay sounds. So I'm just going to do a couple of stabs so you can hear each of the delays, so nothing too crazy in terms of playing. So there's our hi-fi delay. And then we've got a analog delay, so 300 milliseconds. This is like a Bucket Brigade style chip. Much more kind of old school and analog kind of sound. Nice little wash. So let's go up a bank. Go to 2, parallel world. This is a dual delay. Again, incredibly pristine sound quality. B, sweep HPF filter, so a filter delay here. You'll hear the filter applied to the repeats. You can kind of hear it in the background going. Insanely cool. Really great, masses of feedback there. Let's go to the next preset in bank 3, Plexi Echo. Beautiful delays. 3B, Theatrical Rock. This is a pattern-based delay. You'll hear 2 delay lines. Really cool. Let's keep going. So we've got bank 4, hi-fi relay. This is Terra Echo. So again, like with our basic filter applied, it's going to sweep through the filter. Amazing, just like the coolest, almost like a reverb. Also very unique, which is cool. And then shimmer, so this is our octave based effect. I'm going to go to my bridge pickup for this. And that can be up an octave or up 2 octaves, or actually any pitch shift you want. Bank 5, so I won't go through all of these guys. Soft echo with modulation. This is a slow attack, so the actual attack of the delay is going to ramp in. And you may notice as well the actual dry signal's been dropped out, so it's 100% wet effect here. Very cool. And again, amazing sound quality. Reverse charges. We'll do one more bank. You get the idea. Canyon delay. Ooh, nice. Responds beautifully to your dynamics as well. Very cool. And the last preset we'll just check out briefly, short Terra Echo. So those are some of the presets, and as I say, you've got 99 banks with 2 presets in each bank, so that's really cool. Let's go back down to bank number 1. I'm just going to cycle through the mode dial. I'm not in this video going to show you the deeper editing functions. There's so much we can do, and I'll show you that on another video. We'll do 2 videos for the DD-500. Just going to go through the mode dial, then I'm going to show you the basic editing on the front of the unit, and also the really cool loop function. Before I go through the modes, in every single mode, if you hold down A or B for 2 seconds, like this, you go into loop mode, and this basically gives us a full featured looper, and you can have 60 seconds or 120 seconds depending on whether you run in 96 kilohertz or 48 kilohertz mono or stereo. There's a function to select that within the actual unit itself, and this allows you a full phrase looper with delays active. So if I play, my delays are still there, which is super cool. Now I'm not using my feet to operate the pedal because it's a bit awkward because of the cameras, but basically you'll get the idea. If I so on and so forth. So you can hear the delay is still there, and you've got this fantastic loop phraser that you can record an overdub on. So press exit, we're out of there now. The mode dial, we've got standard, Terra Echo, you've heard slow attack, you've heard filter. Let's check out the filter delay. We can apply an LFO with different waveforms to the delay type. Super cool. Shimmer you've already heard as well. SFX delay, this allows us to apply different effects to the actual delay chain. So we've got a kind of grungy lo-fi trem thing going on. Very cool. Reverse delay, you've already heard. Pattern delay is very cool. We've got multiple patterns we can select from. Got to be a little bit careful with your timing. Dual delay for 2 separate delay lines. Vintage digital, we kind of already heard as well. It's basically like a 16-bit version as opposed to a 32-bit 96 kilohertz version. Digital delays back in the day used to operate at lower sample rates, and they would sound a little bit grittier. Well, this sounds really cool though. Very nice having that functionality on there. Tape delays. Now this will simulate things like the Echoplex or the RE101, basically, old roll and tape unit. With full wow and flutter features, and then analog for bucket brigade style chips. Now you can have up to 3 bucket brigades for a lot of delay. You can see here we've got 300 milliseconds, so like old school delay, analog delays, they didn't have as much time on the delay, and also the quality of the delays would degrade as you got to the higher millisecond settings. So you can hear that's quite grainy. It's super cool though. Again, if I check out how grainy that is now, we can go down and get like an analog slapback delay. Let's drop it right down. Drop the feedback. Very, very cool indeed. So those are the delay types. Now in terms of editing, let's go back to our simple kind of standard delay. We're going to tap in a 554 millisecond delay. So editing actual presets is really simple if you just use the front panel. It's actually really simple if you use the menus as well, but for just doing standard basic editing, it's really simple. So we use our time and value to basically assign millisecond values, or we can use the tap tempo function. We've got 554 here, sounds like this. Okay, so we can use the feedback control to adjust the amount of feedback, and we always get this on-screen menu that tells us what we're doing numerically. So that's very cool. Effects level obviously does what it says on the tin. And by the way, we can boost the delay to be louder than the original dry signal. Okay, so you can boost it. Now if we brought it back, the tone, obviously we can attenuate the tone, basically the highs effectively, and then we can boost the highs. Now we have an enormous amount of control with a full parametric EQ inside the unit as well, but that's a basic way of kind of editing the tone in a fast way. And then the modulation depth. So this is cool for getting those kind of beautiful kind of chorusing delays. My favourite. Very, very nice indeed. So that's the basic functionality of the unit. Editing sounds, just moving through presets. By the way, all of that functionality can be done via MIDI. There's a MIDI in and MIDI out on the back, and that allows you basically to run a kind of loop-based system or some kind of MIDI preset-based system where you can select presets on the fly. Like I've got mine hooked up at the moment. You can see here I'm switching between presets by using my MIDI unit to do so. Oops, let me go up to the top here. There you go. So that's working really nicely. There's expression pedal inputs, just tons and tons of functionality. So what we're going to do is we're going to do another video for you guys that looks at the editing capabilities of the unit and how you can get into the deeper functions and just how amazing the level of control is. So, hope you've enjoyed this, guys. My name's Tom Quayle for Sound Effects Premier in Ormskirk, and I will see you on the next video.